Good morning, guys. Now, I realised I haven't done one of these for a little while, so I figured it was about time that I do a bit of a walk around, and given it's about halfway through spring, thought I might show you what I've got going and take you through my little morning routine of checking everything. So, first off, got to feed the fishies. Now, they've gone a little bit camera shy since I've been standing over here and waffling, but got my food. And you're going to see them go for the food. Go to the next bed, see if they're a little bit hungrier. Got a few more fish in here, so I imagine they're a little bit more eager to get some food. And some in the end. I only keep a couple in here to basically keep any bugs out of the way. Okay, so we're on the first bed. This is one of the first ones that I built, but I'm planning on growing a lot of tomatoes this year. So I've got 3 beds that are fully dedicated towards growing tomatoes. So this is the first one, and they have the oldest tomatoes in here. Some of these ones I bought from the shops, and that's why they are a lot bigger than the other ones, because it takes a little bit longer for me to get the seeds set up and that sort of stuff. But one cool thing that I do have going, you can see my little camera I got going here. It's got a time delay shot going at the moment, and I have some cool editing for a future video coming up, as you can see here. Oh shit, I'm stuck in some sort of time machine. This stuff's just... Whoa, this is kind of awesome. Granted, it's going to take me a while to finish that one off because I want to do shots and keep it going all the way through the season to see how it's all going. But in here, I have some of my first tomatoes that are actually starting to crop up. And broccolini. First time I've grown broccolini, but they seem to be coming out. But here are some of the first tomatoes that I got coming out, which is very exciting, and lots more on the horizon. They're all starting to bloom. And the second bed. So the second tomato bed has more tomatoes and some cucumbers. And they all seem to be going quite well. Like I say, it's still early days because some of these seedlings I've just moved out of my little seeding bed. So they are still quite little, and it will take them a little bit of time to build up the steam and everything. But I have a nice indigo rose tomato here, which hopefully should grow quite well, fingers crossed. And the third tomato bed. So those of you who actually keep a good track on these sort of things, this one was originally a DWC bed, but I kind of like the gravel better for tomatoes. They seem to grow better for me and just do remarkably better in gravel than they do in DWC. But this bed is mostly going to be for roamers. So this is going to be my sauce bed, where I can grow plenty of sauce and keep me going for the rest of the year, because I have plenty of pizza to make. And this one's usually my little bit of a whatever bed. So I put things in here that I'm not quite sure if they're going to grow particularly well. I've got some raspberries growing there, a bit of tarragon, and some more lettuce that I've got going to seeds because they're starting to get a little bit big. I put some more. There was a lot of other lettuce in here, which is why some of this looks incredibly leggy, because it was competing with some of the other lettuce, but they've been pulled out, so hopefully they'll recover and do quite well. And my cat is hungry. He's mewing at me, saying, "Dad, why have you not fed me yet? Why have you not fed me?" I'm gonna have to feed him soon. And this is the other DWC bed. So in here I've got some lettuce growing, I've got some basil, I've just pulled out some spinach and some mint. I had way too much mint, so I had to really cull it down and give it to the chickens. You can see a nice shot here. But this is what I've basically culled it down to because there was way too much of it and more than I could do anything with. And I have some celery, which is going to need to get pulled out soon or leave some to go to seeds. Haven't quite decided yet because they're starting to get a little bit stalky and seedy. And my little seeding bed at the end. Basically where I plant all my stuff. It's got a little pump here. Turn that down. It's got a little pump that pumps water into it 3 times a day and it circles back into the bed itself. So it's just a basic easy way for me to develop seeds and bring them up without me having to do much. So I've got some cucumbers that are starting to come up here, and lettuce and plenty of other cool things. And my final big bed at the end, which looks like a massive mess of everything, because this is one that I like to throw everything into and just let it all grow like crazy. So I've got some strawberries which are doing quite well. You can see some of these suckers are just almost ready to start growing and doing stuff with. And then I've got some beetroot, some leeks, some garlic, some more spinach, some what's that one called again? That one is rhubarb, and just everything in here is growing really well. And this bed's actually big enough that I'm going to need to do 2 lots in it because you can't see all the way through it. So I've got some more spinach growing here, I've got some chives growing, I've got some kale. My wife wanted kale, horrible stuff, but she wanted it. And yeah, everything is growing quite well. Everything is thriving and just powering through the season. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you've got any questions, ask me below in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. So yeah, thanks guys. See you next time.